To address the elephant in the room. Look at my fucking lip.
Charlie, this is Haagen-Dazs. I know you don't know what Haagen-Dazs is. Like, I'm freaking out.
But I got fired from my job because I was so sick when I was...
Actually, I'm considering renaming it. Whoa.
So, like, dysphoric and, like, just depressed.
Hi, everybody. This is new breaking news here. And it's interesting timing because Vegan Cheetah, just a few days ago, was attacking me in a post and in a video. And that was my latest video that I put up just yesterday.
You know, why were you hating on Gary Carb Raider? This is a slander that he's published about me. The guy is even trying to collect evidence of like things I've done so he can get me arrested. The guy is out of his mind. He's a nutcase. You know, and he's like threatened me, like threatened my freedom, you know, for like bogus charges, you know.
I sense a turn in the tide, and I think he is feeling the weight. And now today he put up a video on YouTube where he admitted he's gotten back on drugs in the last, I think, 3 months. I'll quickly go over that just to fill people in, but then I want to try to connect this with health and maybe veganism, because that's the stuff that our community is supposed to be about. And I see that I can revisit an old topic that has applied to Durian Rider. And as we can see, Cheetah is going down the same path. So briefly, Vegan Cheetah, whose real name is Charles Marlowe, that's the name he's using now. He used to be Vegan Cheetah, and that's how he got his fame, which has since dwindled. Anyway, before his YouTube success, he used to be a drug addict, but he overcame that, reaching his peak success in 2006. But then, I guess in 2007, he moved, I think from the East Coast, and now living in LA for many months. The other change is having a girlfriend whose name is Alina. Turns out, she has also had troubles with drugs. And there might be a connection there. Although Cheetah has just admitted to getting back on drugs, his fans, and a lot of other people, have noticed that he probably is back on drugs. Even I noticed this when, about a week ago, he was talking about me in his video. After a while watching this, I'm thinking, this is strange. He seems very different. Looks different, his voice is different, and his personality has changed. His hair is different. And I'm noticing just today that his hair is back. It's sticking up again, his style. His hairstyle seems to change with his personality. And now, it seems that that's all related to drugs. As of, I guess yesterday, he's back off drugs. And you can see the difference. Here he is in his latest video.
Okay, so we're live on YouTube. I want to do a quick live stream, basically just addressing the obvious. There's been some Instagram stories from my Instagram profile that have been uploaded to YouTube, and it looks really, really bad. It is really bad. I shouldn't have released those Instagram stories, and so, you know, I apologize for making content under that condition, in that sort of state of mind.
Now contrast that with a week ago when he was trashing me, saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff about me.
The guy is out of his mind. He's a nutcase. He's an absolute nut job. And he's been on that channel for the last 3 years, like hovering right below 2,000 subscribers. And he's delusional. And not to mention, he said some horrible things about me. You know, and he's like threatened me, like, for like bogus charges of, you know, things I haven't even done.
This is really interesting timing. Is this an excuse for why he was trashing me like that? And I'm not an expert in telling whether someone's on drugs. Was he? You tell me. During that video? And how do you explain vegetable police? He did the same thing a week earlier. You know, hasn't Cheetah been acting like that for years? That's how he got his success.
With the kind of content he's creating, his channel's not gonna, like, I don't think his channel's gonna grow.
Vegan Cheetah seems scared because he was bothered by me listing all of his crimes, and he's getting paranoid because he knows a lot of things are about to crash in around him. And just a few hours ago, Vegan Cheetah's brother made a video, he also has a channel, where he just talked for 15 minutes about this situation. Here's a couple clips of that.
As Vegan Cheetah's brother, and as a citizen of YouTube, it's my obligation to sort of speak up on what's been going on, what are my thoughts, what are my feelings. And this video is not really about Vegan Cheetah, it's more about the meth witch. Now if anybody wants to know who the meth witch is, it's Alina herself. Alina is evil, okay guys? You guys have to understand that. Alina is very evil, very vindictive. You guys saw what she did to me. You guys saw what she originally did to Vegan Cheetah after they first broke up. You guys did hear the testimony from Alina's ex-boyfriend. On the top, rather. You know, he was, he had his issues, but he was on top. He was focused. He was creating content. You know, he was really, really good at his job. You know, he was making tons of money. He was succeeding, and then nothing good has happened to him since he got with the meth witch. You know, the first thing was he had that horrible fight and they broke up. The second thing was he got banned from YouNow because of the meth witch. You know, obviously that wasn't all the meth witch's fault. That was partly, you know, my brother's narcissistic personality disorder.
At the Cheetah's peak, which he was just talking about, I knew back then. I was there making videos about all that drama. And I knew that the Cheetah's success would not last. Because I understood the conditions going on. It was all about the drama with other vegans. The only reason he got popular in the first place is because he got the attention of Tana, who became part of the vegan drama going on. So I knew it would be easy come, easy go. Especially with all those fans coming to his channel from Tana, who are all teenagers, and most of them are vegan. They only cared about, you know, trashing freely, and that they would quickly go on to something else.
So, what's going on Instagram? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We've been spending a lot of time on Twitter and actually vlogging this morning. So, I figured I'd come over to Instagram too and show you all some love. To address the elephant in the room, in case you guys haven't noticed yet.
Don't you not like coconut though?
Oh, it's both coconut?
But try it. I mean, sometimes they make it like not that coconut. And you like certain coconut ice cream.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Here, we just put a little dab in that. Is it there? Where is it? Where is it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Now, since this is a health and diet community, where can those two things help a person in Vegan Cheetah's situation? I've got 2 points. The first one is a little controversial for some reason, but it makes a certain sense. I'm not saying it can cure an addiction, but it can it could help prevent relapsing into drugs. And that is the way some people eat. They restrict calories. This is actually common that people do this. It's a common thing in our society now. Anytime someone wants to get thinner, better looking, or healthier, or ripped, which Cheetah has a thing with, they just eat less food. There's diet trends that are centered around eating less. You know, intermittent fasting, they don't say that they're cutting calories, but they probably are anyway. If you're going 20 hours a day without eating, you're probably eating less. And when the body doesn't have all the calories that it wants and desires, that opens the door up for other things, for the body to become attached to other things that the body might think is going to give the body what it needs. The body may not know that these drugs aren't going to give them anything. The body just picks up that there's something about the drugs that other parts of the body likes, and so might assume you can get other stuff like calories from it. This, of course, is just a theory, but it's a good one. And if you think about it, a lot of drug addicts are really thin. And you might extend the logic and think about how fat people are usually not addicted to drugs because they're addicted to food. Right. See, you don't have to be addicted to both. If you're getting enough calories, which fat people are, then there's less need for the body to attach itself to drugs. And besides calories, there's all the other nutrients that the body wants, needs. Now, how does Charles eat? Well, we know he eats pretty badly. They call him the vegan Cheeto because he eats a lot of mac and cheese. Without the cheese, though. I'm not sure, but, you know, since he never makes nutritional videos and shows how he eats, he probably has nothing to show for. People don't need more protein and they don't need more fat. What they need is more of the stuff found in fruits and vegetables, which people don't eat enough of. And I say you should focus on fruit because that's also where you're going to get the calories. When people eat too many vegetables and fill up on those, they don't get enough calories in their diet. And the Cheetah's brother brought up another point that I've brought up before in my videos, and that is Cheetah's lifestyle. I notice he doesn't seem to have a life. He doesn't have a focus, and that can be really dangerous. He doesn't seem to have any passions, so he creates addictions. One of those is drugs, but there's another one.
All of his time is spent with the meth witch, so there's no time to really create content. There's no enthusiasm. There's no drive.
Sex addiction. I've talked about that before with Durian Rider. And see him entering dangerous territory.
He's an absolute nut job.
Okay, I'll wrap up this video. Now, I'd like to make another video about this situation. I'd like your input on where I should go. Should I try to help him more? Or should I just show more of the embarrassing clips that he since deleted off the internet? I have some more stuff. Or maybe something else.
Where are you? You don't have to look out that window anymore. Where are you? I'm free! I'm free! And freedom takes our reality. We've got to change what's happened.
Come on, it's a fire with me. Early in the morning we'll be starting out. Some honeys will be coming along.
The guy's out of his mind. He's an absolute nut job.
Thumbs up, and you'd be wise to subscribe to this community.
This will surely take the night where minds can't usually go. Come on the amazing journey and learn all you should know. The truth burns so bright it can melt winter snow. He is your leader, he is your guide.